Alright, I'm recording in my car because there's fucking nowhere else to record. Everywhere I go is loud. So sorry about the fucking audio. But can't control that shit, you know. This is the best it's gonna get. Yeah, I just want to talk about something real quick. And it's Justice League. Go figure, right? Go figure. I want to talk about Justice League. Now, I want to make this more of like an interpersonal thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to, get my full fucking feelings uncensored, and keep it like 100% honest. I just gotta say, like, I genuinely am looking forward to Justice League. I am getting really excited as the days go by here. You know what I'm saying? We are only like a couple weeks away. I am getting really, like, if I even start to think about it, my heart starts to get, like, pounding a little harder. And that's not good because I got high blood pressure and it's just not good. It's just not good. This might kill me. This fucking movie might kill me. Because if it's great, I'm going to have a heart attack. And if it's bad, I'm going to have a heart attack. You know, it's just like... I'm getting to see the movie I've always wanted to see. There hasn't been a movie I've wanted to see more in my life. And the first time I wanted to see this movie was back in like 2002 when I was watching the Justice League animated show and the Justice League Unlimited show. And I'm like, why the fuck isn't this movies? You know what I'm saying? I didn't have good grammar back then because, I was like 7, but, So I was like, why can't movie be gooder like this? That's how I was talking. And I've vastly improved since then. Vastly improved. But yeah, ever since, like, being a little kid and watching those animated shows and then watching the Superman animated show and the Batman animated show, that shit, those were like every Saturday, that's what I was doing. Saturday morning cartoons, it was like Boomerang, I like Johnny Bravo, Hey Arnold, Justice League, Batman the animated series, Batman Beyond, Superman the animated series. It's just crazy. It's crazy that it's taken this long, really, Like, I'm an adult. Oh, it's scary. I'm a fucking adult. I've waited for my whole life, as long as I can remember. I can't remember a time when I wasn't wanting this, And to be 100% honest, it's probably not going to be the best movie it could possibly be, right? It's not. We can't expect this movie to be the greatest fucking film of all time. We can't expect it to be the greatest comic book film of all time. All I'm expecting it to be, and all I think people should genuinely be expecting this to be, is a live-action movie to the Justice League cartoons. That's it. It's an adaptation. That's the way people should be seeing this. They shouldn't be seeing it as, redefining comic book, movies. They should be seeing this new Justice League film as doing justice to all the animated shows that came before. And yes, we know Martian Manhunter's not in it. That's not the fucking point. The fucking point is that this is an awful lot like a fucking animated movie or animated TV show, Everything we've seen of this Justice League movie is just echoing those things, To be honest, like, that stuff is a niche audience. Not a lot of people watch the animated stuff. Not a lot of people have seen all these animated DC films. Not a lot of people have watched all these cartoons. I mean, it is a fraction of people when you think about it. Overall, like, how many people are going to go into theater to see this Justice League film? None of them have that background information. So, I'm not expecting the majority of people to like this film. I don't think anybody should be expecting people to like Justice League. They're not connected to it. How could they like it? About characters they know nothing about. It's about fucking parademons invading Earth. About concepts they've never been exposed to before. The Justice League is a little bit more than superheroes saving people. You know what I mean? The Justice League is essentially Greek mythology, modernized. All the character archetypes that were in Greek mythology, like Iliad and the Odyssey, and, the story of like Prometheus, the story of Perseus, all this shit is echoed through the characters in Justice League, through the team. And it helps to know those things, going in. It helps to have read an Alex Ross Justice League book, right? Kind of like, alright, I'm going to get real interpersonal for a second here. I have 3 older sisters, but the one that's closest to me in age, she's awesome. She's definitely my favorite of my sisters. We go to movies all the time together. And back when the Twilight movies were out, she dragged me to every single one, because she couldn't find anyone else to go with her. And I said yes, because at the end of the day, a fucking movie's just a movie, And for some reason, she was seeing in something in Twilight that I wasn't seeing. She was liking something there that I wasn't liking at all. I would sit there and be like laughing in the theater when some of this shit was happening. I saw every Twilight movie in theaters. I ain't fucking lying right now. I saw every single one in theaters. Okay? With my sister. Every single one of those movies got horrible reviews. I would bash her all the time. Be like, you love these shit movies. Ah, ha, ha. And I would laugh at them. But she liked them. She loved them. She understood them. She read all the Twilight books. She had all that extra detail and knowledge going in. So she was able to infer things that I wasn't inferring. And I was just, I wasn't reading into it at all. I was just like, this is a bad movie. This is laughable. I wasn't even, giving it the time of day. And I fucking sat through all of them. And now, karma's catching up with me, It's all... Now I'm the only one that likes Justice League. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else fucking hates it. They think these DC movies are crap movies. Maybe it's karma. I think it might be karma. But I understand now what my sister was feeling and how she felt about Twilight. Because that's how I feel about these Justice League films. Not like I'm comparing these DC films to Twilight, but I'm comparing them in the way they were received by critics and general audiences. Even though a lot of people went to go see the Twilight movies. A lot of fucking people went to go see those movies. And the critical scores, the Rotten Tomatoes scores, they were fucking horrible for all those fucking Twilight films. But still, a shit ton of people went to go see them. So, back then, there was a split. And I was refusing to see it because I was just like, nah, people are fucking stupid. If you like this movie, you're a fucking retard. That bullshit. I wasn't, even giving it the possibility that maybe there's something more to it. That maybe I would have to, read the book to find out more. But now I'm in the same position with Justice League. I'm telling people they gotta read the comic books to understand what the fuck's happening in these movies. It sucks that most people aren't seeing what I'm seeing. You guys are the choir, right? I'm talking to you. You guys are like the choir. I think y'all are on the same page I am, really. But it's just fucking amazing how the way, life works out like that. I'm just like my sister, man. I literally can't see anything wrong with Batman vs. Superman or Man of Steel or even Suicide Squad for that matter. I understand some of the fucking complaints, I guess, with Enchantress. That makes sense, but I don't understand the rest of the complaints. The movie's fine to me. It's much better than, Lethal Weapon 4, or Predator 2, or, name 100 other fucking movies that it's better than. You know what I'm saying? I would much rather watch Suicide Squad than any Marvel film. Any Marvel film. Okay? I really don't think it's that bad. I'd much rather watch Suicide Squad than any, 90s die-hard action film. You know what I'm saying? Because at least I have a background knowledge of the characters in Suicide Squad. and I can connect to them like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can sit through those movies. I'm fine with that. You know, movies I can't sit through are like Green Lantern. You know, I have to make a fucking fan edit. You know, I have to re-edit and rearrange the whole movie just to fucking watch it. Okay? I can never watch that piece of shit movie unless it's like I changed it, you know? I'm not going to do that with Suicide Squad, you know? There's nothing to change. You watch the extended cut, you got the idea, you know what I'm saying? What more could you change with Suicide Squad? Maybe add like one more Joker scene in the end, and that's it. There's nothing else you could change about that movie. The music's great for what it is, you know? The characters are super likable. Everything makes sense to a point, you know? Enchantress has a motivation, even though it's not a good motivation. I don't know, it's not really like backed up motivation, but it's a motivation. Can't say she doesn't have a motivation for the things she's doing. But, you know, I let people slide on that Suicide Squad thing because, you know, it's not a battle worth fighting. You know what I'm saying? If everyone's going to say Suicide Squad's the worst one, I'm fine with that, you know? As long as they're not saying Batman vs. Superman is the worst one. That's where I'm going to fight you to the death. Because that movie's fucking awesome. I love everything about it. Everything about it. Especially the Ultimate Edition. I've never watched the theatrical cut since I saw it in theaters. I haven't watched the theatrical cut since theaters, so I've literally just been watching that Ultimate Edition over and over. I just watched it again, like yesterday. Like before I went to sleep, I watched the whole fucking movie, and then I went to sleep. It was fucking dumb. I didn't get to sleep till like fucking 2:30. Why would I watch the film if it's bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I see something in these films no one else is seeing. Just like my sister was seeing stuff in Twilight that no one else was seeing. And I wasn't even, you know, giving her the time of day to even think about it. And now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm like, well, what was it about those fucking Twilight movies that she liked so much? You know? What was it? Why did she feel the need to go to every single one? She had to see it, you know? Like, just like I have to see Justice League. Dying to see it. Been waiting my whole life. And guess who's going to go with me? My sister, probably. Well, the first night, I'm going to go with my friends. And then probably the Saturday, I'll go with my sister. Then the day after that, I'm going to go with my mom. And the day after that, I'm going to go with my dad. And then, you know, I'm just going to keep going with different people in my family. And a couple different friends, and that's it, you know. I'll probably see the movie like 10 or 15 times when it's all said and done. And that's before, you know, I even think about if the movie's good or not. You know, I just have to see it. But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know why I felt the need to talk about this. I just felt the need, I don't know. I don't know why I felt the need to share this. Kind of forgot the whole purpose of this video. But, you know, what I'm really trying to say at the end of the day, if you could follow along with all this fucking rambling nonsense, is that most people aren't going to like Justice League. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. As long as I like it. You know what I'm saying? As long as it delivers for me. And as long as it does the things I want it to do. You know what I'm saying? As long as they make the right decisions. Okay? That I want them to make. I could care less about everybody else. Okay? And I don't know. It kind of sounds a little selfish when you say it out loud. But, you know, fuck it. Fuck it. And what I mean when I say I would want something to happen, like when I'm watching the movie, or when I'm watching any movie, let's say, you know, and, you know, a character has to make a decision. In my head, I'm already thinking what the right decision is, you know, and I'm literally just watching the movie just to see if they make that decision, or if they make some other dumb decision, you know. That's what I mean by something I would do, or something I would want, you know. It's an in the moment thing. It's not something like it's not a preconceived thing. It's not something I want before the movie starts. Like, I am watching the film, and as it's happening, I want shit to happen a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And if, you know, they make the wrong decisions, and it's like, you know, the movie, like, you know, it's just making a bunch of crazy decisions that I would never make if I was making the film, then I start to not like it, you know? And that goes for every film I watch. Batman vs. Superman delivered. You know, everything in that movie is probably what I would have did if I had the same resources and the same script. It's the exact same thing I would have did. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have changed anything. Even Jimmy Olsen dying, I would have kept that the same because that's fucking awesome. And it leaves you completely on the edge of your seat. Like, who the fuck else is going to die? You know what I'm saying? Killing off Jimmy Olsen means it's literally like the killing off innocence. You know what I'm saying? They're killing off a safe character that shouldn't die. And it's technically not Jimmy Olsen anyway. It's a CIA agent whose cover name is Jimmy Olsen. So that's not even his real name. A CIA agent has cover names, and Jimmy Olsen was his cover name. So it's not really Jimmy Olsen. But, you know, whatever. Beside the point. I would have did the same thing. Kill him. Make it feel real. You know, make it have real stakes. That's what I would have did. And it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. It's great. That's all I got to say about that, really, you know. This is like a ridiculous ramble. God bless you if you sat through this. And that's coming from an atheist, so you know it's true. Okay? I'll see y'all on the next one. That's it for now. Don't go into Justice League with super high expectations thinking everyone's going to love it, because it's not going to happen. And if it does happen, then I'll eat my words, man. I'll eat my fucking words. And I'll be happy to eat my words, okay? Like, that won't be a problem, okay? I won't be mad that everybody likes the film. That will really excite me. I'll be like, oh, awesome. That means we can get more of this. But, you know, who knows how people are going to react. Anyway, I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye for now.